Thank you for taking your time to be on this call with me. My name is Bernard Adabankah. So I am the CEO of Data Pandas Consulting. I have about 15 years experience in the IT industry. I started as a data scientist and then moving to cloud computing, DevOps, which I see that you are taking it to the next level. So it's quite interesting. When I was looking at your website, Leapfrog, and it looks amazing what you guys are doing, which I see has great potential. Yeah, so currently what my company does is basically host this kind of conversation with industry leaders like yourselves, and then try to find its trends and insight into what's happening in our industry. So yeah, that's a bit about my background. Yeah. Okay.
My name is Paul. I studied cybersecurity. Actually, I done a dissertation in cybersecurity, and then I started working for Vodafone, and that was one of my first jobs at Vodafone, and that's where I found out about all of the problems. That's why we started Leapfrog, because we've seen the amount of problems that come. Especially, we were hiring a lot of contractors, and then all of them were just like coming in, messing up something in terms of DevOps, data pipelines, and one night we lost £500,000 because some guy messed up something in the buckets in Terraform and didn't realize. So that's when I was like, okay, this is where AI is rising. This is what the problem was. So I'm pretty sure we can do something that will make sure that problem doesn't happen. So that's how Leapfrog was. That's how we started based on that premise.
Wow. Yeah, I've been looking at your, from what you are saying, I've also been looking at your website and things that you guys are doing. It looks so amazing how you can automate, finding faults and other stuff. But I'll let you speak more on that. So this basically is just about 30 minutes conversation. Obviously, it's a podcast. We have an audience from different backgrounds. Obviously, we also train personally. Our company also trains people into DevOps. So I think this is a very, very, very good audience to actually see the product you guys are doing. We also have other people in the DevOps and cloud computing space. So I believe we can sort of expose what you guys are doing to the audience so that they get to know this beautiful product that you are building. Yeah, so we post on YouTube and we post on LinkedIn and other places for our podcast. So we hope to get you a very good reach as well. Yeah, just for the start as well. Sorry. Yes. So, I mean, it's going to be just a quick 30 minutes, another 30 minutes conversation. Initially, I was thinking about the topic of technical debt, but looking at what you guys are doing, I think I'll let you go on the tangent of what you guys are doing so that you can actually speak freely and talk more about your product and also in that kind of space. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds great. I can also bring one of my co-founders. He's in this AI SRE space because our vision with Leapfrog, we are kind of completing the DevOps space where we are letting you to like optimize your cloud, reduce your cost, also build a lot of infrastructure. And now the next big thing for Leapfrog will be the SRE part, where we are trying to reduce the MTTR, making sure that all the incidents that come in, you get to like solve them fast in different GitHub code and making sure that basically you're never down, so you never have problems. As the next big challenge that Leapfrog is tackling, my co-founder, he can tell you so much more and so much more things about the problems in NatWest. If that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds all right. That sounds all right. You want to bring him now or some other time, you mean? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah. So like I said, the conversation will be quite casual, but I think I will just dive into the cloud computing side of things and what you guys are doing and everything. So I know you introduce yourself. So with me here is Paul. Sorry, Paul. How do you call your other name?
Sorry.
How do you call your last?
Aldea. ALD.
Aldea. So with me here is Paul Aldea from Leapfrog, Leapfrog.cloud. You're doing so much amazing stuff. So I'll let Paul reintroduce yourself and tell us about Leapfrog and why it started and everything.
So Leapfrog is a platform where we are trying to change the DevOps industry. We are trying to make it an OS for DevOps, where you come in, you connect your cloud accounts, and then we take a look into it. We tell you what's wrong with your cloud, what you can optimize, what parts of the cloud you can move to other clouds in order to reduce your cost, as well as making sure that you are always. And also, we've seen with Cloudflare, the problems that are arising and the problems that we have every now and then. And basically, Leapfrog is making sure that your infrastructure is always running and there are no interruptions and you always have the best price. And it's helping you speed up your development and creating more and more.
Wow. Wow. I like that. I like that. One thing that I saw that you also mentioned is about fixing issues, which I think most of the things that DevOps guys do is like, sorry, excuse me, fixing issues instead of creating or creating infrastructure and like developing new things. So what is the rate of fixes that Leapfrog sees to achieve for a company once they connect?
Yes, so we were looking a lot at your alerts, and the first thing that comes in, see if you have, for example, if you have a VM that's over provisioned, then we'll tell you, okay, this VM is over provisioned, and then you can do one-click fix where we build the Terraform code for you, and then you can open a PR on GitHub, and your DevOps team can look at it and then approve it. But we also look at VMs when they are under provision or where someone is trying to like do many requests inside your VMs, trying to access a lot of, for example, trying to like guess your SQL password because for some reason they got access to it because you forgot it open. And we look at it, then we give you a full analysis, a description of it, and then we give you the trace log as well as the fixes where you can build the Terraform infrastructure, deploy it, or if you have CloudFormation, we'll build the CloudFormation template for you and one-click deploy later, so all your worries are fixed.
Wow. Okay, so you actually, from what you're saying, you actually give the user or the company a chance to PR review the changes before they actually apply them.
Yes, so that's the first thing we do. We let all the users to create the PR because we think that AI is not yet there where it can be fully trusted. But with the time, I think it's going to get there. But we allow the user to have a look, and then if create a PR, and then other engineers can review it, approve it, and then basically make it to production after it runs to your private.
Yeah. Wow. So I see, obviously, your tool is about AI and actually like using the AI to solve this kind of issues. So what is the biggest challenge you see that companies facing? I know they're facing, you mentioned fixing issues, but what other challenges do you see that companies are facing in these particular areas?
Yeah. So one trend that we see lately is all of the cloud providers like Cloudflare going down, and then you have no service basically. So what we have many requests of allowing people to move parts of their system to another clouds and actually like showing them the opportunity. So we're looking at around 50 clouds. We're looking at like Civo. We're looking at, for example, at Vultr. We're looking at other cloud providers, and because we have a lot of the Terraform implementation, we can recommend you what parts of the systems to be moved to the other cloud providers. So let's say you have Kubernetes on GCP and you want to migrate to Civo, then we will show you that option if it makes sense in terms of price, but also in terms of how many parts of your cloud assets you have to move. Because if you have to move too many, then it might not make sense in terms of ROI to do it. So we offer you all of these options so you can have the right decision. Once you made up your mind, we prepare all the technical design documents for you so you can go to your managers and get it approved so you can actually start the migration. And once it's approved, we actually build the whole infrastructure code for you. So this is what we see. This request keeps coming to us quite a lot. And the other one, it's basically in terms of cost, because we see a lot of assets, a lot of cloud assets that teams develop and then just forget about them. So what we do, we actually take a whole analysis of your cloud, and then we separate each cloud assets based on applications. We call them applications. Let's say you have a bookkeeping app that's running your website. Then we take that and then we link all the cloud assets that are related to that. And we show them to you. We tell you if they're over provisioned or under provisioned. We tell you what can be removed, what can stay, so you can reduce your cost as much as you can.
Wow. And you do all this through Leapfrog?
Yeah, all of this is done through Leapfrog.
Wow. Okay. So That's quite insightful. Helping companies is kind of that sort of a fault tolerance, high availability kind of thing. So like if one cloud fails, you can actually help them
That's
migrate to another cloud. That is quite a game changer. Because we hear of these kind of Cloudflare issues and other issues on the market, which are affecting companies a lot. Okay, so in terms of like obviously, how does the DevOps community so far how do they embrace? So I know like about engineers talking about companies, how do they embrace this thing? Like, is it taking their job? Is it fully optimating everything? How is company embracing this?
yeah. So we have quite a few users, especially from US, and we see a lot of they are not afraid of the AI taking the jobs, and I don't think that it will. I think what it does, it helps them a lot to deploy and to build a lot. The ones that we currently have, some of them we have to parts. Some of them are just using the part where they write a lot of infrastructure code, and we see the tool because we get accurate code. We see them enjoying it and using it more and more because it just helps them write Terraform code pretty good from the start, and then it runs it through a pipeline of checks of different Terraform checks and provides them production ready code. So it saves them quite a lot of time and quite a lot of credits. Because if you go to Cloud and you use it in Cursor, it does the job, but you might need to like do a few more requests. When on our side, because we have it accurate, you don't need to do as many requests and you can just deploy it. And the other part, we see them using a lot of, we see them using in terms of cutting costs, and where it's really insightful, it's where they get to see what resources are under provision or over provisioned, as well as the ghost resources. So the ghost ones, we had one company that had so many, and the cloud bill was quite insane, and they basically removed all of the ghost resources to reduce the cloud bill. And the other side where we see it a lot, we see in terms of security, because we provide the user with insights into what ports they have open, if they have a load balancer. That's basically just insane, no firewalls. So we tell them what's going on, and that's a big part that people are using.
Wow. So it's actually augmenting and helping developers and engineers do their work better, and also saving money for companies and fixing security issues. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the amazing part about it. And obviously, you need to have the DevOps in the seat to like make all the decisions. What we're doing, we're just offering the information for all DevOps engineers so they can be like, okay, today I know that if I do this part of my job, to-dos, then I'm good. I can reduce my cloud bill by £200.
Wow. That's a massive sort of change that you're bringing into the DevOps community and also the developers. So tell me about Leapfrog. Like, as a company, what challenge is Leapfrog like facing with this breakthrough technology that you're doing?
I think there is you need to basically train people how to use it, because the technology is like so new, and there is still a bit, people are not really like willing to like give it a try properly. But once they are in, they're hooked up. So I think that's one of the challenging parts where we need to like train people and show them the value of the platform and making sure that they get the best out of it all the time. So that's one of the challenges. And the other one, in terms of showing you other clouds and making sure that you always get up to date external opportunities in other clouds. I think the biggest challenge there is that cloud providers usually don't show their price, and the Terraform providers for these cloud companies are not there yet. They still need a lot of improvement, but I think it's going to get there soon.
Right. Okay. Wow. Okay. So it's about like getting the costs beforehand through the cloud providers and showing businesses like how much they're going to save and how much they're going to cost them doing things. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, obviously, as good as the tool is, and I can see the potentials, obviously, like people are very, very like they drag their feet, learning new technologies or learning new things. So they feel like maybe they need to learn a bit more. Yeah. Okay, I get you. Aside the challenges, what opportunities do you actually see I mean, in this
Yeah,
space?
I think the whole space it's going to change soon, and we'll see with all of the AI SRE engineers, and we see with that companies that are coming. I think soon we'll have a full platform where we get to actually see the infrastructure, see the app logs, and then correlate all of them and providing to everyone out there a fast way to fix issues. And soon enough, we're gonna trust all AIs to do some changes themselves. And that's gonna save us some time at night when you get that call being like, oh, something broke in production, you have to come in. I think that soon it's gonna change where we can let some AI tools do the jobs themselves. Obviously, not something really comprehensive, but with the time, maybe we'll get there.
Wow, wow, AI, yeah, coming in. So if a company wants to reach out and use your product, like what are the avenues? How do they reach out? What is the one thing or two things that they need to contact you about?
Yeah, so they can basically they can reach out to any of us. They can go on our website, book a call with us, book a demo with us, and then we'll jump in and they can connect their own cloud. As of today, it's just a 5-minute setup where we just ask a few details about their cloud, and they create a authentication token. And once we get access to it, obviously we care about the data privacy, because you're at the end of the day you're giving quite a lot of information about your pricing and about your cloud resources. And once you're logged in, basically you set up your cloud, and within 5 minutes you're going to be able to see a lot of improvements that you can do inside your cloud. And you're going to see external opportunities of what parts of the system you can move to another cloud if you're willing to do that.
Wow, wow. Okay, so it's more like it's a very quick setup, like 5 minutes. You get authentication tokens, and you are boom, starting working. Wow,
Yeah.
that's quite easy for such a tool that does a lot of things. Some tools that some of the onboarding of certain tools, takes a while, and you have to go through a whole lot of hoops. Yeah, that's quite great. So what is it that you tell prospective clients like about Leapfrog? Like someone who doesn't know anything about Leapfrog at all, like what is it that you're going to tell them?
So can you repeat the last question?
A prospective client, let's say a company does
Yeah.
not know about Leapfrog at all, what is it that, I mean, if you meet such a company, what is it that you tell them that let them know about Leapfrog, and then obviously let them know the potential that you are offering such companies?
Yeah, I think the most important part is we are showing you one thing that Leapfrog does amazingly. That it's showing you exactly what you have inside your cloud, what resources you have, what cloud assets you have, and it's telling you exactly which cloud assets are in use, which cloud assets are over provisioned, under provisioned, and it's giving you a straight way to tell you if you do reduce that, you save this amount of money. So I think that's the most important thing about Leapfrog. It tells you exactly what you need to do in order to cut cost. And it's also telling you what is vulnerable and what backdoor you need to close, in order to make sure that you are always secure and nobody can take advantage of your system. I think these two are the critical parts. And on top of that, we provide one of the fastest and most accurate infrastructure as code.
Wow, wow, I like that. Okay, great. Just conscious of time and everything. So I think we've got a very good overview of the cloud space and the breakthrough technology that you guys are working on. Obviously, how you are saving money, helping developers, DevOps engineers, companies as well to move faster with resolution of issues, and also even creating and fixing security as issues as well. So that I think that's quite a good start. I know I'm not sure how long the company has been, but do you have any sort of clients that you've already worked with in terms of as case studies and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we do have a few clients. As I mentioned before, our clients are mostly in the US, and we have a few agencies. We are currently targeting a lot of agencies because that's one of their major pain points, where they want to fix code fast, and also making sure that all of their clients have a lot of the infrastructure secure and they can go tomorrow and be like, you can save this amount of money if you want to. So we do work with quite a lot of agencies at the moment.
Okay, like cloud consulting companies and stuff like that.
Yes.
Good. All right, great stuff. So, like I said, I think was of time. So, thank you very much for coming. So, in your final words, do you have any final words for the audience, for Leapfrog customers, or any other final words that you have?
I think just keep building great code and fast code, and making sure that you double check that AI code before you release it.
Awesome. I mean, I think that's a good code. Like that's the work. But if you don't look over it, as humans, it might just go out well. So I think that is great. I think like we said, that's a very good time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
See you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Yes. Bye.